Hi guys, and welcome back to Coil Life. Today we're going to be having a look at this bit of kit here. This is the Chaser kit from BOHR or BOHR, however you want to pronounce all that there. This company, I'm just going to call it BOHR. I think, I'm assuming that's how they want to be known. But they are in the mobile phone industry. Originally, they began in 2004. Now, I believe they manufacture chips. I'm not 100% sure. But this device here is their first entry into the world of vaping. And it's, you know what? It's not a bad little device. It's okay. The tank, it's a sub-ohm tank. It does have a mesh coil head. There's not really much special about it. It vapes all right. The flavor is pretty good. However, combine it with this little device, and this device here, it is compatible with your 18650 batteries, 2700 and 21700 batteries. I do have a 21700 battery in there at the moment. It does go up to 127 watts, but it has this little play feature. And what the play is it's sort of similar to the replay function on the DNA chips. This sort of, the wattage fluctuates up and down depending on how much of a draw you're taking on the coil itself. So it comes up in amps there at the moment, and I've got it on there, and this thing fires so fast. If I just press that button, so quick. Tank, the airflow, there's a lot of airflow getting in that tank, and I do have it closed off a little bit there, but it is, as you can hear, quite noisy, quite turbulent on the airflow. But the flavor is good, the vape is enjoyable. But before I go into any more details and reveal too much, let's drop down and have an up close and personal tour around the Chaser kit. Okay guys, so here we are with the Chaser kit from BOHR. It's got the SAGA chip in there. You've got play mode, maximum wattage of 127 watts. That's with a 21700 battery. You've got a mesh coil. On that side then we've got our product colour, QR code there for technical support. That side you've got some social media. On the back then, the contents, some warnings. And then if we pop off that sleeve, we've got this box on the inside here. Then we've got the device itself. We'll have a look at that in a moment. In here we do have your battery sleeve if you want to use an 18650 battery. You've also got a micro USB charging cable. Underneath that then is where we get our paperwork. So we have the Chaser kit, BOHR. Again, our social media pages there. We've got our instruction booklet for the Chaser mod, and then for the Archer tank that it comes with, also another manual instruction manual. A little warning card there. And then we have our warranty card. So we do get the Archer tank. We do get a straight glass in there also. It has the bubble glass pre-installed. Then we get another mesh coil, which we'll have a closer look at in a second. Some spare seals. Okay, so the tank capacity I believe is 8 ml with the bubble glass in place and 6 ml with the straight glass. We do have our slide to fill. If you can see there, you've got a little arrow that pops open just like that, so you can fill through there. Do have an 810 fitment drip tip, but it is the 810 with the O-rings on the outside, so if you've got a normal one, it's gonna fall out, so you need to make sure if you're going to change the drip tip you've got one with an O-ring on the actual drip tip itself, otherwise it will not fit. You do have on the top BOHR Archer on the other side. Moving down then, you've got your AFC. You've got 3 holes for your air to come in. You can close them off. It does stop. Fully closed, stop, fully open. Whatever you do to one will happen to all 3. You do have a gold-plated 510 pin that protrudes quite a fair bit. On the bottom then, you've got BOHR, assembled in China, designed by BOHR. So then if we unscrew this and have a look at the coils themselves, pop that off there, that will unscrew just like so. So we do have a mesh going on there on the inside, and you've got your 0.16 ohms, 60 watts to 90, best 70 to 80. That's your M1, so I'm assuming there's going to be different options for the coils on this one. So I'll pop that back in there. Pop that back together, ready to get some juice in there in a few minutes. So then if we have a look at the device itself, take it out of its little protective sleeve. I do have on the bottom Chaser, SAGA Player, designed by BOHR, assembled in China, CE warnings and some battery venting going on there. At the top you do have a gold plated 510 pin and it is spring loaded. The 510 plate is sort of raised, and if you put a 22mm on there it's going to look a little bit funny. Just pop that on there like so, so you can see the plate around it. That one doesn't look too bad if I'm being honest. But then if we wanted to go for something a little bit bigger, go for 25mm. That doesn't look too bad at all. Then anything bigger sort of than a 25mm is going to look a little bit odd on there. If I get a bigger tank, there's going to be significant overhang. With this one, as you can see there, so sort of 24-25mm and you're okay with. Anything more than that it's going to look a bit odd. 22mm diameter tanks on there look a bit funny, that's just in my opinion. You do have these 2 screws holding down that plate on the top there. You do have this little accent going on both sides. which I think looks quite nice. It's sort of like a joystick, an old, like an airplane joystick feel going on, which is nice. You do have these buttons which are very, very clicky, but the fire button seems loose, but there's no rattle. It seems loose when you touch it. There's a little bit of a play in it, but there's no rattle in it whatsoever. You do have your micro USB charging port on the front there. And if we have a look then on the inside, you do have this sort of a almost rubberized finish on the battery door. And you got a ribbon for popping out your batteries. You've got your plus and minus clearly indicated on the battery tray, and it is nice and clean in there. And you've got this spring loaded, but the spring is a bit iffy. And you've got this thing here which I'm not too sure about. I think it might be to obviously some sort of connection to your battery. It's the first one I've ever seen in a battery sled like so though. However, shall we pop a 21700 battery in there? Put that in. And your door, it doesn't come out, it kind of slides upwards and in. Just quite, I like that, it's nice. So then when you put your battery in, it's off, 5 clicks, brings it on like so. Then you've got your wattage mode obviously, your coil resistance, your voltage, and your puff timer, then your battery indicator down below. To get into the menu, 3 clicks, cycle through, and you've got this play mode. Now what the play mode is all about is it will automatically adjust the output according to the resistance of the coil and your draw time, which they say is that for each draw the output wattage is slightly different, which you will be able to see on the screen, and it will produce a more delicate flavour, since well, that's what they say. You don't need to adjust anything, so it'll automatically do everything for you. We'll give it a go and see what happens with that. But to move on then, 3 clicks brings you into voltage. 3 clicks again, your temperature mode, so you can increase and decrease your temperature. Just like so. Bringing it down, we'll round robin over to Celsius, and then bringing it up, we'll obviously do the same to Fahrenheit. 3 clicks again. Changes from nickel, stainless, nickel, titanium, and then back to wattage again. Then to get into other menu settings, if you hold the plus and minus buttons together, then obviously you've got your W there for your wattage, you've got your memory presets, you've got your version number. That's pretty much it. It's very, very easy to use. So when you're in normal wattage mode, then it does go up and down in 1 watt increments, which I really like. With a 21700 battery in here, it will go all the way up to 127 watts. So what we need to do is get the tank filled up with some liquid and go back up on top and have a little vape, and I'll let you guys know what I think. So that was the up close and personal tour around the Chaser kit. Now As you saw, the button, it is a little bit on the old rattly side when you're touching it, but there is no rattle in it that way. Okay, one thing that really annoys me about this kit is I have that tank screwed down flush as far as it will go. Okay, if I go to fire it, there we go, atomizer short. So if I back this off a little bit, there we go, it's working. That means I've got ever so slightly a gap underneath the tank there. That annoys me a little bit. I don't know if it's an issue with the 510 on the tank. I mean, I've got another one here with a little mouth to lung device on it, and I have it screwed down fine, and not a problem. So I think, now don't hold me to it, but I think it might just be this tank that I have. There might be a few issues with it, I don't know. But the one thing about this play function as well, with this sub-ohm tank, it's good, works fine. I have in this a 0.8 ohm coil, and when I tried to use the play function on it, it wanted to hit it 38, 42 watts, and it was just burning. Now I'm vaping at 18 watts. That for me is absolutely fine, but the play function, it just wanted to hit it too high on the watts. So it leads me to believe that possibly you need to use the play function with this tank and only this tank. Recommended possibly, but that's pretty much the only fault I can find with this device. I mean, it's comfortable, really comfortable in the hand. You can finger fire it, you can thumb fire it. Either way, it's comfortable, it just works. And single battery devices, if you don't want something too big and bulky, and it's not big, it's not bulky, with a 21700 battery in there, it's a little bit weighty, it's got a fair bit of weight to it, but nothing excessive. I love the battery door, the way it covers the complete bottom of it. I really like that, and it's almost like an old-fashioned joystick, you know, for your flight simulator games, stuff like that. It's comfortable in the hand. It really works well. Price point, I don't know. I haven't not been able to see this available to buy anywhere at the moment, so prices will be confirmed. I will put a link to the BOHR Facebook page, their website, which seems to be under construction at the moment as they're such a new company, but I will keep you guys updated as to where you can get your hands on one of these. But from me and the Chaser kit, that's all we've got time for. Thank you guys as always so much for watching, and we'll catch you again soon.